But there's two things that keep this house a home. In this house there's love, so much love. In this house there's hope, so much every day.
Lester Harris is a man with the gift of vision. His story helps us to see the power of a dream and that a community can make a home.
I'm a homeowner before, and this is something I always dreamed about since I was 18. I was telling my parents, though, that I wanted a house, though, but it was best for me to start with an apartment first and then work my way up.
Yeah.
And here I am today, though, 28, in my late 20s, though, which is 28, though, and a homeowner, future homeowner.
And then to come here and to see this place, and it was torn up completely, and Lester thought it was the best thing there was. That was really exciting. He could see beyond the way it looked, and it made him happy.
I saw this, I took a tour of the house, though, and I saw how they first set it up, though, and it was like Christmas to me. I fell in love with it, so I picked this house, though. And the main thing is they said, and I got a good sense, though, it's like, it was beautiful, so I picked it.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool. In May of 2009, Lester gathered people he loves and trusts to hear his dream and plan for the future using Path, a visual planning tool.
I didn't believe it would happen. It was long and hard, and the hardest part was gathering my family and feeding them and having Dave take all day long. I mean, it was beginning to be night.
Here's all my planting and everything.
Ah.
All here. This is basically, here's my shed right here.
Oh, you have a shed?
Yep.
Oh, it matches your house.
Yep, here's my shed. They put a fence over there because my neighbor's got a pool. Yeah, I'm going to put a grill here.
A bunch of people that I didn't know and didn't know me work together, you know, as one. And I sometimes wonder if that could happen, why can't it happen in other places? You know, how can other people can't join together and become one and make great things happen for each other? Because I truly believe that's what we were put here for, to be happy with one another. And although I know you see it not happening, but still I believe that's what it's supposed to be.
Where in heaven's name do you go? How do you start? So Joe really helped us develop a plan with connecting with the local housing department, with Habitat for Humanity, and so we did bunches of meetings, and every time we had a meeting we said, can you think of anybody else? Can you think of anybody else? And Home Partnership was suggested to us, and they've been fabulous. They did all of the counseling and the budget work with the individuals. They did this federal training that HUD requires in order to become a homeowner. And the coolest part of that is we just did a letter of recommendation. They were applying for a grant so that they could work with individuals that had disabilities to provide more specialized time with them. The connection with Habitat, and then the churches that have become involved, and different members of the community, families that we support, and the agency. No, I feel like I could just keep going on and on. Community Action Agency. It's just
at that time I didn't think it would happen, but then things turned around and it started to happen. And after we had the PATH meeting, and the family realized what he wanted and really wanted to help him. And then Sue came in with this idea of going to Habitat.
After a place that will really be great for him. He wanted a home with sidewalks, and he's got a home with sidewalks where he could walk to. He's half a block away from a very, very active church, and there are a couple of other Habitat houses in the area. So there are people that have been through the same process as him, so they share that as a common experience. And Habitat is already saying, let's help connect you with some of those families. One of his staff took him down to the police department, and he's met all of the local policemen so that they know who he is and where he lives at. In 3 weeks, the local church is having a chili fest, and he's already been invited and has a connection there to go to the chili fest to meet those people. And St. Margaret's Church bought him a bicycle that showed up today, and he's already riding his bike up and down the street. So,
basically, though, making new friends, meeting some of my neighbors.
Yeah.
And I know some of my neighbors already, though, which is a good thing.
How did you get to know them?
I knew them from Habitat, though, matter of fact, though. Named is Teresa Herbert and Daniel Tinsley.
Yeah.
I know those people from Habitat.
That's cool.
From partner, they're partner family, like I was.
Yeah, from here.
Work is like 5-10 minutes from here.
Can you
I'm
walk?
really close to my job. Actually, I use Harford County Transportation.
From
Get
here,
back and forth.
I know Lester wants to get to know the neighbors. He wants to be able to go around the neighborhood himself and do whatever he cares to do. And then I think that may lead to where his next goal wants to be. And that's to have a wife, kids, and to bring them into his home.
You know, that one day he can have a wife and children to bless this house with him.
I think about the first time when he told me he had to do his first day of sweat equity, and that he learned how to use a hammer. That he didn't know how it was, and the next day a staff person was trying to help him practice, and he was really upset because it wasn't the right kind of hammer. And he couldn't use it like he was used to using it, and then I'd get pictures from him. Lester on the roof, Lester power washing, Lester putting up aluminum siding. And while I love the idea of the house for him because I know it's one of his goals, the very best part has been the confidence that he has in himself now. Just in his entire demeanor and how proud he is, and that things that he would have been afraid to try before, he's not afraid anymore. That he knows he can do it.
Some things that we might want we can't always get because maybe we think it's meant for us, but it's always not meant for you. So, but this is one of the things that has been given to him because it was meant for him to have. And this is a great thing.
If you get help, it will work. And believe me, there are people that will help you, and it's the person that you may think that won't. So,
and there were times when we thought this is never going to happen, and it did. You know, you just keep moving forward. I'll use Lester's, just one step at a time, and that's really what we did. It was one step of a time, and we're already working on who are we going to help next.
Everyone says it's a great happiness, but it's more happiness for me than it could be for all others because it happened for my son, and it was God's blessing that it did happen.
In this house, no soul is left made glad.